us now is California Democratic Senator Alex Padilla. Senator, what do you make of President Trump's talk of conditioning disaster aid on California adopting a voter ID law and, as he says, letting the water flow?
Yeah, I mean, it's offensive, it's insulting, it's never been done before in the history of our country. As I think prior speakers have said, can you imagine if President Biden told the people of Florida, I'm not going to give you disaster relief unless you change your gun laws, or Louisiana with your abortion laws? It's unconscionable. From the point of view as a Southern Californian, because that's home for me, I know that we have been there for every other region in America in their time of crisis, hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, whatever it is. And it happens to be our time of crisis. And we expect the federal government in our country to be there for us without conditions, without strings attached. To suggest that is unconscionable.
This thing that he keeps saying about letting the water flow, getting more water from the north. Originally, my understanding, again, when this was sort of being brought up back in 2019, that it was largely an issue to try to get farmers more water, which is a real concern. Would that water be also going to LA County, and would that be available would that have made a difference?
Yeah, look, Anderson, here's a truth that everybody needs to understand. The level of water flowing to Southern California from the north today is the exact same as it was during the first Trump administration. What he's talking about is exactly that, not getting more water from the north to the south, but redirecting it. Water in California is complicated. You have different users, agriculture, municipalities, environmental protection, et cetera, and even within that, number of water districts. So you're going to take away from one water district to try to please another? No, what we have in place right now through federal and state partnerships is a great balance. And we need to keep that balance, not undermine it because of some political supporter that the president is trying to please or placate.
If the president decided, I mean, he has slim majorities in both the House and the Senate, if he wanted to condition the aid to California on voter ID or anything else, do you, other Democrats, have much, if any, leverage to oppose it?
Look, here's why I'm hopeful. First of all, when we first went to President Biden, who was quick to lend significant federal support, right? What a contrast here. The pitch and the thank you letter was bipartisan. Even California House Republicans knew that the disaster declaration and the immediate relief was necessary and should not be conditioned. I'm hopeful that despite the president's political rhetoric and attacks, that people like Senator Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, who knows what it is to deal with the disaster, Senator Tom Tillis from North Carolina, whose state recently has been ravaged by hurricanes, they've come out in support of this notion that we should not condition aid. So those Republicans that know better need to stay strong. They need to stand up to Trump.
I talked to you on that Wednesday, the 8th, on the streets in Altadena, a street that was burning and had just burned down around us. Does somebody, local state authorities, need to be held accountable? I mean, is there an investigation that needs to be done, should be done about, hydrant concerns, talk about delayed evacuation orders, the reservoir that was empty for repairs, because of a cover, the concern over bird droppings? Criticisms around brush clearing. I mean, do answers need to be had?
Yeah, I mean, after every big disaster, there's always a look back. What happened? What was the cause? The cause of these multiple fires are all underway. What went right? What went wrong? What could have gone better so that we're better prepared for the next time? So that's natural. Of course, we should try to learn from this. But to, again, suggest that this water from the north, that's not what happened here. The analogy I've shared often is when you're in the shower, at least in a modest home, and somebody flushes the toilet, you're going to feel it. Maybe the temperature drops, but at least temporarily, there's a slight loss in pressure. The fire hydrant system in any major city in America is made to address a fire here, a fire there, not thousands and thousands of homes being burnt at the same time with countless firefighters plugging into all these hydrants. Of course, the pressure is going to be impacted. Of course, you're going to go through the water a little bit more quickly. That's what we're dealing with here, not whether water is flowing from one part of California to another. So the president needs to get his facts straight.
Senator Padilla, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Anderson.
Coming up next.